welcome to the Fulfilled Female Entrepreneur Podcast. My name is Cassandra Rosa, and I am a certified intuitive life coach, business coach, and energy healer. And my mission of this podcast is to help you create a fulfilling life and business. Myself and my guests come on, share our stories and tips and tricks to help you create a fulfilling life of your own. I guess when you're watching this, you're in the new year. So happy new year. Happy 2023. I really appreciate you being here and listening to this podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about how to create the most fulfilling 2023. I'm excited to dive deep into this topic today as it's so deeply connected to the mission of this podcast. It's called Fulfilled Female Entrepreneur for a reason. To become an entrepreneur and a female entrepreneur, there's so many different businesses that exist. But what's really important in this time more than ever is to create one that is deeply fulfilling. And I really want to unpack the concept of fulfillment and what it means to me and to so many of my clients that work with me. So fulfillment is important when it comes to achieving goals, fulfilling things, fulfilling an order, fulfilling a vision, fulfilling a goal, right? Having that sense of accomplishment, that is so important. But what I find is even more important is having something that fulfills you, that makes you feel filled up and an overflow. Right? Because in life, there's so many times that we rush through life and in our careers, when we're doing things that don't feel right, that we're going through the motions in life, and we're not having that deep sense of satisfaction and happiness and glory and impact and pure bliss. And when you have a business that is fulfilling for you, that you go there and you serve your clients and you serve the people that you connect with, and when you have that exchange in knowing that you're fulfilling a purpose, that you are feeling so happy and joyful and present in all that you do, it's an entirely different experience. So my mission of this year is to create this big wave of women coming together, not just creating a business, but creating something that fulfills them and that is deeply impactful for them in their life. So with that being said, that's what fulfillment means to me. And it's really important when you are in the process of creating that fulfilling business that's impactful and profitable, that you don't face the sense of destination syndrome. So I talk about this quite a bit in my book, which is actually called Now What? Create the Clarity to Achieve Your Dreams. There's a link in the show notes or the description if you're watching YouTube that you can check it out. But I talk about this whole concept of destination syndrome. You know, in life, we have these now what moments when we're starting to feel a call for more, but we might be thinking, now what? What am I going to do with my life? I don't know exactly what that is. And once we go through these motions and we develop ourselves with personal development and spiritual growth, we start to get these levels of understanding of what that fulfilling life could look like. And often, if you're watching YouTube, you saw me make this motion with my arm. We can make it feel like it's so far away from us. You know, we can have things go through our mind like, once I hit $1 million, I'll feel fulfilled. Once I have X amount of clients, I'll feel fulfilled. Once I'm married and have kids, right? We create this destination syndrome of once we achieve a destination, then and only then will we feel fulfilled. So what's really important, and a topic that I really want to dive deep into today, is this concept of being fulfilled now, embodying a fulfilled femme. What I love to talk about in all my programs. So your fulfilled femme is this version of yourself that not only has fulfilled everything in terms of accomplishment and desire that you want, but also deeply embodies the sense of fulfillment and impact and happiness and bliss in the present moment. So in the spiritual community, we can often hear her called your higher self. Right? That has all this infinite knowledge and accomplishment, and all those manifestations are done in that realm. So if you're wanting to make this your biggest and most fulfilling year ever, it's important to develop a relationship with your fulfilled femme. to embody fulfillment now and to step into her shoes. So with that being said, if you're not spiritual, if you've never connected with your higher self before, a way that you can kind of uncover what your fulfilled femme is and who she is asking yourself, if you were the most confident version of yourself, if there was no limitations in life, how would you show up? How would you describe that version of yourself? So I'll unpack it here with an example. So for me, my fulfilled femme is powerful and she's confident and she's resilient and she's bold and she shows up no matter what, but she's also intuitive and she's also attractive when it comes into her energy. And she is just someone that radiates so much joy everywhere that she goes. And no matter what comes her way, she still shows up with this positivity and radiance. She dresses well. She has her big, beautiful, curly hair very naturally. She glows, right? That's what I see when I think of her. So I would grab a pen and a journal and just start to uncover, what does your fulfilled femme look like? How does she show up? What attributes would you use to describe her? And start to uncover that. And that might be a little bit different for everyone, but that is what makes it so special. So once you're able to identify that, it might feel like that's not me. But the thing is, your highest self, your truest you, that's inside of you. That's who you are. That's who you are at your core, right? With not all this life stuff that is shown up in life, not all of this conditioning and programming and limiting beliefs that we've picked up along our journey. That's the truest essence of you. So that is you. And all that you can do in this process of creating this fulfilling life and fulfilling business is to consciously choose to be her and step in her shoes. So like a simple exercise that you can do is when you get out of your bed in the morning, imagine you're putting on some beautiful shoes. And as you step into those shoes, you're consciously choosing to be her and embody her in her fullest form. And whenever you're having these moments of resistance, you can kind of ask yourself simply, how would she show up? Or what guidance does this truest, most powerful and confident version of myself have for me? And you can, once you develop it, that connection with her, kind of like a relationship in a way, will become so connected that you can just ask, right? And in the beginning of this relationship, it's really important to do things like a meditation to connect with that version of yourself and just to consciously be in integrity and choose to embody these characteristics. When things come up, it's moving through those blocks so that you can 100% of the time be in alignment. So when you're looking to create your most fulfilling year in 2023, it's important to connect with your fulfilled femme. It's really, 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 really important to embody that, show up as her, start to make those characteristics into like mantras and affirmations for yourself. And as things come up, okay, in 2023, and these things, these patterns, these beliefs, these thoughts come out to be healed, do it with grace and do it with determination to be able to heal those parts of ourselves. Because we can often see those as detachments from our most powerful self, but healing is the most powerful thing of all. So with that being said, to make this your most fulfilling year, connect with that fulfilled femme version of yourself. If there's any aspects of this that you want to establish more and to dive into future episodes, you're welcome to DM me on Instagram. My handle is Cassandra Rosa A. Or if you're on YouTube, you can write in the comments below any aspects of this, any questions that you have that we can kind of dive deeper into this concept. But embodying her is a super important part. Another super important part is starting to dream, okay? Like dream big and ask yourself, if there was no limitations, if money wasn't a problem, if self-doubt and self-sabotage and imposter syndrome weren't a problem, what would your most fulfilling 2023 look like? What would that look like? Take a few seconds, grab your pen and paper, and start to paint that out. Maybe you're finally launching this program or this podcast or this book that you've always wanted to. Maybe you're just showing up more consistently on social media for your business. Maybe you are working through a pattern that you know has been something that has come up time and time again. You're finally ready to work with the coach and work on it. Maybe it's this habit that you've always wanted to do. It's, journaling every morning. Maybe it's picking up that habit. Looking at all of these pieces, and you may have already created your New Year's resolutions or your goals or your intentions, but it's starting to make this vision come to life and to play with it and to get specific with it and to start to, even once you write it down, like close your eyes and see it in your mind as a picture and feel how it feels to be fulfilled. So start to write it down, write down this vision, and then connect with it deeply and feel into it and see it as done in your mind, in your image, if you're envisioning it, and feel those feelings deeply, right? Because the law of attraction and all of these concepts of manifestation, it's about feeling it now and connecting with it deeply and consistently. Deeply and consistently. That's why beautiful things like vision boards and visualization and writing out your goals and reciting it every day are such powerful tools to allow you to embody and be your fulfilled femme and create your most fulfilling year yet. So that being said, get clear about that vision, write it out, feel it, get excited about it, see it in your mind, connect with it deeply, and connect with it consistently. Connect with it consistently. In a future episode, I'm going to dive deep into this concept of connecting with your goals and all these different tools and tips and tricks. So stay tuned for that future episode where I can dive deeper into that. But this is a great place to start. So to create your most fulfilling year yet in 2023, build that connection with your fulfilled femme. Get really clear about what that fulfilling year would look like for you with no limitations, with nothing holding you back, and connect with it deeply, with writing it down, with envisioning in your mind, and with feeling all the feels as if they are happening now. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I'll upload a new video on Thursday. See you in the next one. Bye.